welcome back to Inside the Box. We're just checking in.
Today we're just checking in, just me and Henry over here, inside the crib. Welcome to the crib. This is just a small corner of it. We're not going to show you the rest.
Unless
you subscribe to the Patreon later on. No, I'm just kidding. But we're going to be talking about a variety of different topics, including our personal lives, how Henry beat me at Catan last night and I'm very upset about it, and some stuff about Taylor Swift that I did not know about until a few minutes ago.
Well, we're kind of in between guests, so we just wanted to check in, see what's good with you guys. Kind of talk about
I hear the pops out there. We might have a guest come in at any moment. Who knows? No, I'm just kidding.
Potentially. My dad is a landlord menace.
He's not a menace. He's a landlord though, and he is also our neighbor. Oh.
Mail.
Oh.
We do have a guest.
Whoa.
Come on into the frame.
You did
Come
crash
around.
it.
Come around.
Say hi to my sister.
Hi.
You're not in frame yet. You gotta keep walking over.
Come.
Keep coming over.
No.
I don't want to be in it.
Hey, you got mail.
This is useless mail. But yeah, so this is our crib. We're just chilling. We both work today. Lucas works from home. I work in an office. Came home. Usually we'd be probably surfing right now.
Yep. The waves were pretty good yesterday. Got a couple fun ones at the secret spot. No, I'm just kidding. We were at Tamarack.
Yeah.
Any of you guys know where that is?
If you're local.
Yeah, if you're local to Oceanside area, or if you're not, then maybe Tamarack is a good place to check out. But anyways, usually we're surfing after work. I try to go for a walk once a day. That's something that I've been on recently. And I would highly recommend to anyone, if you live in a place that has weather that is permittable for walking, if it's not 110 degrees outside.
Try to walk.
It's awesome.
Back to, like, when we first started this podcast, it was kind of based on, well, I started this podcast, like, a year ago, just talking shit with my friends. I had a really smart Ethiopian roommate who did, like, computer science, like AI stuff, and we just had good conversations, and I was like, we should record these. So that's how I got the idea. But then we're in Big Sur, like, in May, and we were actually and we were talking about this company we work at. I'm not going to say the name, but we were talking about how unhealthy it is to, like, to work an office, like, corporate 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
And he now works remote, so that's why he's trying to incorporate walks. But
that is true. Yeah, I think this was like a common theme of like an episode that we did a while ago, but being inside the office, not being able to exercise, feeling trapped, these are all things that a lot of people around America and I guess the rest of the world, if you work in an office, you have to deal with that. And it's really uncomfortable and it's not natural because we're meant to be outside, we're meant to be in touch with nature, walking around, doing stuff, meeting new people. And I feel like by being in the office, you're disconnecting yourself from a lot of the outside world all the time, and you only get to be around the people that you work with. Sometimes even more than, your family and friends. So I'm appreciative of a lot more of the free time that I have right now and the freedom I have to walk around. I think it's a good thing. But
people are fat.
This is true.
People are huge in this country.
People are huge in this country.
Like,
I would say so.
It's so easy to, like, be fat, I think.
It's easy to. This is another thing. We're going to talk about how the food in America is very bad for you as well.
Let's, like, get on the same page. This podcast was started to, like, help people live better lifestyles, and just we kind of just want to take you on a journey of our lifestyle, which is not perfect by any means, but we're striving to get to, like, a healthier place. Paul, you're really distracting me right now.
Our roommate Paul is behind the camera, and he is creeping to his room.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying. So we started this podcast to like just like promote life, I guess, like good living.
No.
But then it kind of it changed to like entrepreneurial.
Yeah, I think that
Shit.
a lot of the episodes, or at least, you know, the couple episodes that we filmed so far are very entrepreneurial focused and business focused and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel like me talking with Henry and talking with other people, it's about encouraging people to live healthily, embrace just like your passions, and make sure that you're keeping sight of what's important to you, whether it's your goals of traveling the world or financial freedom or whatever your rock is. Just like don't lose sight of that, and also like embrace your creativity, embrace, you know, just who you are as a person.
Spiritual alignment.
Yeah, your
I
spiritual
feel like
alignment.
That's important.
Yeah.
We're kind of just like figuring this shit out, obviously. That's like the point of this podcast. Like, I'm curious to hear from you guys. Like, what do you want to see? Who do you want us to talk to? Because we can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, we just talked to a convict.
Yeah, we talked to a
Like-
convict. We talked to a like tens of thousands of dollars a month, not multi-million, but our
Next
friends
one.
that have a really great real estate videography company here in San Diego, and open to talking to anyone, just like you said. But I think the cool thing about podcasting is that it allows you to get off your phone, connect with the people that you're in the same room with, make sure that you're actually building, you know, meaningful connections with your friends and whatever that may look like. But back to Taylor Swift. What is going on with Taylor
Oh.
Swift right now?
That's a crazy switch up.
Yeah, I know.
She just got engaged to Travis Kelce.
And why should people care about this? Why
They
should this-
shouldn't. No one should care. Honestly, this is not what the podcast should be about at all.
No.
But it is kind of crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys are NFL fans. I'm an NFL fan. And last year, what people were saying, like, this is like the thing. People were saying, like, oh, I'm just trying to watch football. Why the fuck am I seeing Taylor Swift? Because people just don't like her, I guess.
Mhm.
Um,
We got called.
Swifties, you know?
Yeah. The
But it's
Swifties.
like kind of like a smart branding decision. It's like a smart marketing play by the NFL,
and
I think.
and like there's not a lot of chicks that passionately watch the NFL. So if you throw Taylor Swift on the screen, they're gonna be watching the NFL.
More viewers,
Yeah, more
exactly.
viewers. It makes sense.
And like, I respect Taylor Swift like as a person. I feel like I don't know her.
Have you seen the documentary of
No.
Taylor Swift?
No.
I watched it with my missus, and it's actually quite entertaining.
She's a
lie.
billionaire,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
She's
What other girl
talented.
singer is a billionaire?
I can't.
Beyonce?
Maybe Beyonce.
Beyonce, maybe.
We have Mariah Carey here in San Diego. She has a house here,
She's not billionaire though.
but I don't think she's.
I think
actually
we
no,
have a lot of people.
She
here.
gets the recurring revenue from the Christmas song that she has. That's super popular.
She's not in the B's.
So she's not in the bees now.
That takes a new level of like business acumen and talent, and just a deal with the
bees.
devil.
The
Probably.
bees probably.
Probably a deal with the devil. I've heard stuff about Beyonce being involved with that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Let us know in the comments if you think you have to sell your soul to the devil in order to hit the bees in the music industry, because it seems to be that way in some regard.
Well, look, wait, was Diddy a billionaire?
Diddy.
Can you pull that up?
Yeah, Paul, can you see if Diddy was a billionaire or if he was just a multimillionaire?
So, I think Jay-Z's a billionaire. He's the only one I know that does music,
Mhm.
besides Taylor Swift. That's a billionaire.
What music artist with that much money do you think is like, I guess, like giving back the most to their community and like where they're from, I guess?
That's a good question, bro, because I feel like a lot of them do.
They
a lot
do.
of celebrities do.
They definitely do, and they're like,
And some
they build
do it.
schools and stuff a lot.
Yeah, some. I mean, people don't even know about all this stuff. That some do it in silence, which
Definitely.
is better. I know Morgan Wallen like did something like that.
Yeah.
I think, but if you're like selling out arenas, you're like one of the #1 music artists in the world. I feel like like it's a requirement to like give back.
No, 100%.
Like if you're not, that's like bad.
Especially if
PR.
you're in the bees too.
If you're in the
like-
bees, you should have a school.
You should have a
At
school,
least.
maybe like a university,
LeBron has that one
a
school.
football field.
Yeah, LeBron has a school.
Yeah.
Um,
Basketball court. Whatever your
I-
sport is, you just build a stadium related to that
yeah, and
in your name
for children.
for children. It'd be fire.
I think that
If you were in the bees, what would you build?
if I was in the bees, what would
You
be
could build anything.
just like for charity or just
You could build it for your hometown, or you could build it just like for the homies to use. It could be like a sports facility. You could build like
built from scratch?
you could build like a Dave and Buster's.
Oh, I would build a wave park
That would be sweet.
for sure.
Paul, what's the update on the Diddy bees?
What's Diddy's net worth?
Yeah.
You think he
Also,
lost a lot of money?
Diddy did not get locked up. He is.
I know,
He's a
he's-
free man.
He escaped.
He.
Oh,
YouTube is not gonna like this. Not at all.
I think he worked from. Okay, so
Okay.
numbers
We got the
coming in.
The numbers are coming in. Diddy's net worth is at $600 million according to a quick Google search. I'm guessing. But
yeah, I think so. He's $400 million away from being a billionaire. It won't
it's
happen.
more than half.
It won't happen now.
I don't think it will happen now.
I think. Do you think Diddy's involved with Mossad?
Mossad. I am not educated enough about Mossad to even talk about that.
If someone is educated on Mossad and Diddy ties or just anything related to conspiracies about Israel, let me know. I'd be interested to talk to you about it.
Dude, I think we've reached a point in this late stage America where it's like all the crazy stuff that we talk about, and it's reached a point where it's so crazy
Dude,
that it's like unbelievable, but it's actually the truth. You know,
but
like the truth is so crazy
yeah,
that it's like unbelievable.
the truth is honestly like crazier than what you could even
Yeah.
come up with.
Exactly.
And you know what's crazy? Like
Like a Hollywood director couldn't even write this shit, honestly.
for me right now, I've got in the last like couple months, I've like gone to a place where I feel like I feel alienated from like truth. Like I go on Twitter, bro, and I see the most outrageous claims about everything, and I'm like,
Well, Twitter and X.
Okay,
That's a
but
dangerous.
I
it's a dangerous
also
game, 'cause,
see
yeah.
I also see like stuff on the news, stuff on Instagram. It's like, where do you get your news? There's like 3 places now. You go to X. X is like the #1 news app now.
Dude, I get my news from TikTok a lot of the time, honestly, or not
Yeah.
news, but just like
current events,
current
like
takes on
TikTok.
current events, and like I follow a lot of, I guess, people that are like or I have some people that are like traders in the stock market, and like people that are quants and stuff like that. And
What's a quant?
it's a quant stands for a quantitative analyst. So
Oh yeah.
but I don't prefer quantitative analytics because it simplifies the people that are involved in economics to just being a number, and that I don't think anyone should be reduced to just being like a number represented in an economic equation. Like, you deserve to be represented as more than just a number or in a sheet of data. You know.
But it's finance.
It is
You know?
finance, but I think that's the root cause of like why economics is more of like a social science more than a
Actual science.
actual science, because like the root of economics ties back to just like how human
Kind of psychology.
how
based
human
in a
beings
way.
are able to operate within like whether it's a
Scarcity of
capitalistic
resource,
society,
right?
yeah, within a finite amount of resources.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know much about quants, but back to the social media thing.
Yeah, we were
Dude.
talking about where you get your news from.
So, I don't know. I'm gonna like do a poll. Where do you guys get your news from? For me, it's Apple News. I just look at the headlines sometimes. Instagram, Twitter. I don't really use TikTok, but I would imagine that's a big source of it.
Are you more on Twitter than TikTok?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't like the algorithm of TikTok because of how engaging it is and
Dude,
addicting. I don't even
100%
open
agree.
the app because
It's so-
it's such a good app. It's so fun
It's
that if I open it, I know I'm gonna lose hours of time.
no, it's crazy, dude. Like, I had to write down in a notebook today, like, I will go to bed early, like, I will go to bed on time, because
manifestation.
I needed to
It's big.
manifest that because I've been staying up late, fucking just watching TikToks about the state of the world and whatnot, and just some of them are cool, some of them are like, oh, I have cool takeaways, but most of the time it's just like random stuff that I'm like, why am I
It's
watching
pointless because like
But it's
even if
very
it
addictive.
seems like it's like important information, like you're not retaining or learning anything.
Yeah.
Like you could see like 100 cool reels, but like
I'm not gonna lie, I did retain a little bit of that the simplifying people to quant economic stuff because
That's
that
true.
kind of aligned with me, and
Yeah,
that was a TikTok I did watch last night. But that's just me justifying my scrolling as well.
it has to be like intentional usage, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I go on there and I see so many crazy ass claims about stuff. I like don't know what is true now.
Yeah.
Cause like, what the fuck is true really? Like
Dude,
Epstein, like did he really kill himself? Obviously it looks like he didn't, and then you see all this like stuff about like his ties to Israel, like Mossad.
Yeah.
You see all types of shit, and then some of it like just is true, and it's like, damn, like I see crazy claims, and I know they're not all true, but I also know that no one's really telling the truth, and some crazy shit is true. So now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't even care like about news at all.
yeah.
And like I think social
Yeah.
media as a whole is super damaging because I'll be at work and it'll be slow. Mrs. is calling.
The missus is calling. I'm
Um,
gonna take this and put it in the episode.
yeah, I just put it on the.
Hey, what's up? I'm in the middle of filming a podcast right now. How's it going? No, I wanted to pick it up. Say what you gotta say. Okay. Okay, sounds good. We'll talk later. Bye. gotta take the missus phone's calls, you know? Gotta pick them up.
Yeah, that's.
Even if you're filming a pod, gotta pick up the Chica's phone calls sometimes.
Yeah.
Back to
Sometimes.
business though. We were talking about
Oh yeah. So I'll
Jeffrey
be.
Epstein and his ties to Mossad.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. We can dive into that if another time if you guys are into it, but we should get my dad on for that one.
Deeper dive on the
He's like a conspiracy
Mossad.
nut.
dude. My
I was just gonna say, like, I'll be on social media, like, at work when I'm, like, in between meetings or whatever, I don't have stuff to do. I'll just start scrolling. And then I'm thinking, like, I'm seeing all this, like, content that's obviously, not obviously, but it's not, like, great to be consuming. And that's, like, every single day. And, like, subconsciously, I feel like there has to be such a bad impact.
100%.
And I feel like every single person our age is like somewhat shaped by it.
yeah,
It's like part of everyone's personality.
and also something I think about all the time is our parents didn't even have this shit. Like they didn't have any social media. They didn't have any they didn't have like a smartphone or anything
Yeah.
like that. So it's like we can't even look to like our parents or anything like that and ask them like how they felt about.
It's
Dude,
a new challenge.
It's a new challenge
navigate.
to navigate and overcome.
Dude,
It's
they're
like-
probably way happier.
yeah, because it's like you don't even have to think about all the stuff that you're, I guess, missing out on, or like you don't open up social media in the 80s, 90s and see what all your friends are doing all the time.
Yeah. I didn't have a phone for like a day. Like I left my phone somewhere, and then like I literally had the best day of the
Yeah.
past year.
Yeah.
Cause like my brain just like healed from the.
Yeah, dude. Did you ever go to like a camp in 6th grade where you like go to a camp for like a week or two and you like no
Yeah.
phones allowed? At the
Yeah,
camp?
I don't even know if I had a phone in 6th grade. If I'm
Really?
being perfectly honest.
Well,
I didn't.
I think
I had a phone like 7th or 8th grade.
I did like Young Life in high school, which is like the youth like Christian camp stuff. So that you go out to like a summer camp.
How was that?
It was awesome, honestly. I had a
Really?
really good time.
In like Arroyo Grande area?
No, it was in Arizona actually. It was called.
In the summer?
It was in the summertime. Yeah.
Hot.
It was really hot. It was raining a couple times too.
Monsoon.
Arizona rain is crazy.
It's
dude.
sick.
It's like
I
the
love it.
raindrops are like this big. It's nuts.
huge storms just rolled through there. I also went to the University of Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
just to let you guys know, bear down. It was a super fun school, but yeah, back to your Christian camp.
Go Aztecs. I went to SDSU myself.
What did they call that one? What's the nickname for it?
The Aztecs?
No. The funny nickname.
A Rage State?
Oh,
Or what?
I heard something else.
Oh, STDSU.
Oh yeah.
That's it's a brutal nickname.
No, I don't know. My school has a bad reputation too.
What's the A of U nickname?
A of U, bro?
Or
U
U of A.
I don't know.
I switched it up.
Best.
My bad.
Harvard of the West.
Okay,
Yeah.
what? You just
No, that's actually what they say. And then
Wait,
we
so
also
Harvard
say,
of the West with a 65% acceptance rate.
I thought it was 80%.
Okay, 80%,
And
85%.
60% dropout rate. So
That is
they do the numbers
insane.
right. They know that not everyone's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive at school. We also say ASU girls do not know how to. No offense though, that's just like a slogan or like a. There are opposing schools, so we just play around like it's friendly.
Okay, we're either gonna bleep that or add it to the Patreon. We're gonna figure that one out.
I think you guys should know that they.
I think everyone deserves to know.
They're not skilled over there in.
Oh my god.
So I think they should be. Yeah. So social media is very
Yeah.
destructive at this. See, look at what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
It's social media's
We're-
fault.
Brain rot. Yeah, we're gonna blame that on
Instagram.
Instagram and X and social media right there.
X.
I
I had a point that I lost, right?
you lost it along the way of like,
It has-
slandering
It had
U of A
something to
girls.
do. No, U of A is my school. They can do it. They know how to do it. But
Trust me.
it's, what was I gonna say? So about being on your phone, dude. I just like it's sickening, bro. Sometimes I'm like appalled with the state of the community of people in their 20s specifically.
Yeah.
I don't really know about younger generations, but like
I think the younger generations are even more cooked than us.
super
dude.
cooked, bro.
Like
Or maybe it's a reversal. Like maybe they'll save us from
they come
this
out on
trend.
top. I don't think they're gonna save us, bro. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna save us.
Yeah, I just have to say that. It's good to have hope.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's good to remain optimistic,
But also be realistic. So.
but also being realistic is important as well. Hey,
Balance is
I want to know something about you that you may have not told me already. Maybe like a story from in Texas or something like that,
Oh,
or
you're putting me on the spot.
I am putting you on
dude.
the spot.
Um,
Maybe something cool that you did traveling one time that I might not know already. Henry and I have chatted a lot, but there's still a bit that I don't know. So tell me something interesting.
I don't know what you don't know because I've told you a lot about my travels.
Yeah. Tell me a Brazil story that I haven't heard.
Brazil story.
YouTube appropriate.
That makes it harder. But I think I told you why I got this tattoo. Did I? That's the Nangua.
I think so, but yeah, tell our audience as well.
So I went to Brazil. You know this story. When I was trying to go to Brazil. It was during COVID. I took a flight. I had a flight booked from. I forget where I flew out of, but I went to Newark, New Jersey. Then it was supposed to fly to Sao Paulo, and then Florianopolis. But on my flight to New Jersey, they changed the rule in the airline, so you couldn't fly without a vaccine card. So I had my friend literally like doctor a vaccine card, like he photoshopped one, and I got a picture of it, but it didn't work, and I was stuck in Newark for like 3 days. I went back to the hotel. I gave up. This is like before Christmas break. I was in school. then the bartender was a Brazilian girl, and I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I'm bummed, like, I'm not going. And she was just like, just buy another ticket, like, I'm sure another airline would let you. So I did that. But it was out of LA, so I had to fly all the way back to Arizona, stayed at my friend's house for a night, took a Greyhound bus all the way to LA. The AC broke on it. It was hot as fuck, like super hot. Got there, went to Brazil finally. The fake vaccine card worked for Aeromexico. Oh,
Aeromexico?
dude, I got really messed up on the plane.
What do you mean?
On Aeromexico, because they serve free drinks like the whole flight.
What?
Like for 8 hours, I was drinking like rums and cokes.
And you flew out of Los Angeles, but it was a Mexican airline?
Aeromexico. It's
Interesting.
like a popular one.
I've never heard of
It's
it.
a huge
I've
one.
never heard of it.
I'm sure you know it, but it's like a big international like airline. So
Don't know.
flies to South America, that type of shit. But I was super fucked up on the flight. I had a dab pen or something, or a vape, and I hid it in the bathroom and made the alarms go off.
No way.
And so the
In
flight,
the plane?
yeah, I got a warning,
Oh my
and then
God.
I hit it again and got like, they're like, okay, now you're in trouble. The flight attendants, they're not having it.
Oh my god.
So one of the ladies just took my vape and like held on to it. I was like, can you just take it and hold on to it? And then I went to Brazil, staying at my dad's penthouse, which is like right on the beach in Florianopolis. Fun fact, I feel like people don't know this. They have a bad misconception of Brazil, but it was so safe. Like, I could go out in the middle of the night by myself anywhere and I had no problems. Obviously that's not the same in like big cities there, but the countryside, like most Brazilian people are super, super nice. So I ended up living above a restaurant called Zahara. It's like a Mediterranean grill. The guy who owned the restaurant just rented me this room that was like right above it. I could literally see in like people eating and stuff. And I just used to like be in the little apartment, go down to the restaurant, hang out with the people who work there and stuff. Then there's
Sounds
like
awesome.
there's beer stands like everywhere outside. I just go drink some beer in the street.
How old were you at this time?
I was like 21,
Nice.
I think. And I would just go out and just drink beer in the street. And then like all of a sudden, like when you're in Brazil, parties will just start happening like in the street. So
Mhm.
if you're just walking around chilling, like having a good time, then all of a sudden there'll just be more people there and they're all drinking beers in the street. And then now there's music, people are dancing, and it's just like a party.
That's awesome.
So I got a tattoo that's Festa na Rua, which means street party. So I spent like 6 months there just kind of partying in the street, just having fun, bro. It's a great place, like
And you
highly
said
recommend.
you said you were winter break before starting schools. How were you able to stay there for 6 months?
Oh, I turned my classes to online.
Okay.
I like switched it. I was in community college in Arizona, but I was like before I transferred to the U of A. So by the way, I transferred from a community college to a 4-year, which missed out on the dorm experience, but I saved me a shitload of money, and I paid for all of my school myself. So if you want to get an education, that's a good route to take. Just like a helpful
I
tip.
completely agree. I'm from San Luis Obispo originally, and we have one of the best community colleges in the entire, all of California there, called Cuesta. And there's this thing called the Cuesta Promise, which is like you can get a few years free at Cuesta and then get all your classes done for your AA or whatever.
Yeah, no
And then-
excuses nowadays. Like you can find ways to pay
Yeah.
for school. Like they give out
Definitely.
money
They do.
for that stuff. So where were we? I
We
forgot.
were talking about school systems
Oh yeah,
and how
disparity.
a lot of people talk about how the American university system is bad, and it is bad because it's ran like a business a lot of the times, and ever since, I don't know, the 70s or 80s, when everything used to be free, it transitioned to, okay, we're going to make you pay for going to university and tuition and all that sort of stuff, which is frustrating. But in developing countries like Indonesia, we got Brazil, we got parts of Africa. You either are poor and you go to the worst schools ever with like the worst facilities and worst everything, or you're rich and you go to private school.
I'm gonna have to refute that. I disagree because there are a lot of countries that no matter how poor you are, they have really good school systems, even better than ours. For example, Ethiopia, my roommate, he's from there, or my past roommate, and he said the schools were great.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the country.
I feel like it definitely depends. I was in Indonesia recently.
Indo's probably horrible.
Yeah, a lot of the people that I talked to in Indonesia, they talked about how the reason why they work so hard is to put their kids into private schools, so that they can have a good education and hopefully make more money for their families later on.
Dude, I think
which seems to be the case for a lot of places,
yeah.
but there's countries that are more developed but not as powerful as the U.S. So you got like Norway, Sweden, all the Nordic countries. Their school systems are amazing, bro. Like I was sitting next to these Dutch guys on the plane to Indonesia, and they were saying like they have to be like top of their class, and then they get like upgraded into going to university or whatever, and then the alternative sometimes is like a trade school or something like that. But everything is pretty much paid for. It's only like a few $100s or a few $1,000s at most, or euros or whatever, and they really don't have to worry about a lot of tuition as long as they're working hard and doing their best in school. Then the government's going to keep paying for them to get educated.
Wouldn't it be nice?
It would be very nice.
I feel like it's hard to compare our country to that because they just have like small little idyllic.
It's much more homogenous of a society too.
You don't have the mixing pot like in the U.S. I also think back to your point about college. I feel like college is now more than ever, it's more of like a status thing than an education thing. It's like I have enough money, my family has enough money for me to go to this school, so I can meet these people, socialize and network with these people and get these type of jobs. It's not even about like actually learning, it's more about like your status. Like you're good enough, rich enough, whatever, smart enough to go to Harvard or whatever. You're gonna have like the selection of people who are gonna be successful, so you automatically, by being like in that school and meeting those people, your chances of success are a lot higher, regardless of like your actual coursework and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just about the status of like going to the school.
I completely agree. And if you look at the data of like the most successful or like CEOs, or not successful but just like CEOs of top companies around the U.S. and around the world, a lot of them went to very prestigious Ivy League universities, whether it's in the U.S. or in the U.K. or in Europe. So there's definitely a common denominator of surrounding yourself around people that are, very wealthy, able to go to these private schools, have really big connections throughout business and other industries.
I think we have a guest.
We have another guest.
Yo.
Yeah. Welcome.
This is my other
Do you have
sister.
anything you want to say to the audience?
Oh, I love you guys. You're doing good.
Right on. And what's your name?
I'm Phoebe.
Phoebe's in the house.
Phoebe is in the house.
Phoebe just got back from exercising, it looks like.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
What was I gonna add on to the schools?
Ivy League schools. I was just gonna end that on you are who you surround yourself with.
Well, that's true, but another point I was gonna make is like, you don't even really need a college degree for most jobs. I think actually, like, almost.
And that's even in corporate America too. Like, if you sometimes you need a degree if it's a prestigious job.
If it's STEM, like if it's engineering.
If it's engineering,
computer science.
You need your degree.
There's certain fields that you need it, but I think like roughly half of all business is like people, and it's like stuff you don't learn in school.
Yeah.
And like one thing specifically I've noticed is like we have like in sales, for example, I did not have to go to college to do my job right now.
Not at all.
It takes like skill, it takes all of these XYZ, but that's just stuff you don't learn in school. Like, I think you should use school as like a networking jump pad, like get the inside information about stuff, but it's like, it's crazy because jobs just want to see that you went to college. They don't really care about like what you learned there. They just they just check it off. It's just a check mark.
100%.
Really, sales, you don't need to know how, like, you don't need a college degree.
If you work in sales, you don't need to know financial accounting, you don't need to know managerial accounting, you don't need to know supply chain economics, you don't need to know...
None of that.
Consumer behavior is actually a really good class to know. You don't need to know marketing 101 even, really.
Really, yeah. Honestly, like, sales is, like, very experiential, I think. Some people have, like, natural ability. Yeah. You can learn by doing it. Learning psychology and marketing, kind of, like, some principles from those fields, but it's not like school.
Also,
stuff.
This is something important that I want to bring up to anyone listening that is in college. Maybe you're like a freshman or a sophomore in college and you're in business or, you know, any other major. But if you're getting approached by a lot of entry-level businesses that are trying to hire you for seasonal work, whether it's for the summer or winter or whatever, be really mindful of, is this something that I'm actually passionate about? Is this something that I would actually find fulfillment in doing? Because I was approached by a lot of the companies that were trying to get me to do door-to-door sales with like pest control or fly out to...
My girlfriend's brother did that and he hated it.
Yeah, and
he got a gun pulled on him, he got spit on.
Crazy stuff happens. That's not to say some people don't actually succeed, do well, maybe even enjoy that sort of work, but there's a lot of sales jobs out there that are really just trying to use you to pump up their numbers, make money for the company, and they don't really care about the overall arching, mission of the company.
Yeah, I have a question for you. When you were graduating college, I had this thought. I was like, I'm gonna get a job, and once I get a job, like, I'm set. Like, I'm good.
Well, for me, I was in a really interesting spot because I graduated before all of my friends, a semester before all of my friends. So I set myself up to work for a field sales job position that I thought was going to be like my big job, stepping stone. Then I would get the promotion after I worked hard at that, and then I would just keep doing that. I always kind of thought in the back of my head that I would not want to stay with it because it required me to move away from California once I was promoted and work in the office in Wisconsin, which is just like a
shout out Wisconsin.
Shout out Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a pretty sick area.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name the company that I was working for just out of respect, but...
respect for who? The company?
I guess. I don't know. Just respect for... I don't know. I can say it's the... Well, I'll just say they own all of Milwaukee Tools as a company. They own Ryobi Tools and they own Rigid Tools. And my job was to push... push the tools. And so I was working inside of a Home Depot, and I would walk around the Home Depot talking to tradesmen and contractors and construction workers. You know Skip, the guy who's like a really good surfer in San Diego?
No.
Well, we'll shout him out anyways. But I saw him.
Skip.
Shout out Skip. You're a great surfer. I saw you in the Home Depot, and I sold you some tools one time.
Fire.
But yeah, my job was like to push power tools and upsell tradesmen and drive revenue for the brands that I was representing. And yes, like, there's some core sales elements that I walked away with and I learned, but it wasn't, fulfilling me in a lot of ways. And it's tough in life because there's so many jobs that people have to work in order to keep our giant country in America going. There's people that have to work overnight shifts. There's people that have to work in fast food restaurants all the time.
Garbage men.
There's garbage men. There's plumbers. There's like electricians. Like the tradesmen really are the backbone of this country if you think about it.
Food service workers. Grocery stores. Everyone has like their what they're meant to do. I feel like everyone like there's garbage men who are very, 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 very fulfilled and happy with their job.
Yeah.
Like some people are just meant to do stuff, and I think back to my point is I just thought after I graduated and got a job, like I'd have things figured out. But then as soon as I started that, I realized like, oh, life is just now starting. Like
Mhm.
I have to now I have to figure everything
Now
out.
you have to navigate what you.
College is just fun. Like
Just have, if you're in college and you're super stressing about getting a job or, you know, all the networking that you have to do, just remember to have fun. Like it's so it goes by. I know all the older people say it, and I'm getting older too, so I can kind of say it now. But it does go by super quickly. Like you enter as a freshman or even as a junior or sophomore if you go to community college. And that goes by especially fast because you only get 2 years.
Yeah, bro. I like just miss my time in college because of the freedom and lack of responsibility.
Yeah,
having all your friends there. But I could have used it in different ways. But that's a cool thing about it is like you can use that time to really do anything you want. And a good use of that time is to kind of like figure out what you are going to be passionate about and what you want to do. Like, I think when you're in college is like the perfect time to start a business or start like a hobby or a venture that you're passionate about. Just try whatever you want to.
I sold clothes off of a clothing rack in the middle of my college campus, and I was one of the first people to start doing it. And then other people saw that I was doing it and started selling vintage clothes after me. And I have a friend, Morgan, shout out Morgan, and he has a sick vintage clothing business. He's made a ton of sales just selling on campus as well.
That's like, you started like a low-key little farmer's market then.
Yeah, kind of, in a way, but it was like vintage clothes.
That sounds sick.
It was awesome. And I would sell at fraternities sometimes. I sold like inside of the D-Sig fraternity house, and they had a big like vintage clothing
Like
thing.
a pop-up?
Like a pop-up vintage clothing.
Fire.
It was super fun.
I feel like we should organize one of those.
I have a ton of clothes to get rid of. If you're in San Diego or Oceanside, might be putting together a yard sale. Or
if you guys want to sell stuff that you make or whatever, hit us up. Maybe we could like make
put
a
together
little,
some sort of market or something.
little
That'd be pretty
pop-up
cool.
shop market for like cool shit.
But
I think that would be sick.
overarching
Side
message: try out different stuff while you're in school. Figure out, you know, what makes you happy when it comes to your hobbies, and when you're trying stuff out, just talk to new people. Be open-minded to people that are different than you, because you're gonna find lots of different people wherever you go. And even if you're not in university and you're just in a job after high school or whatever it may be, just because you're in a job that you are limited to, you know, the people around you inside that job, doesn't mean you can't get out of that. Talk to other people. Go somewhere on your lunch break or your break and talk to a random stranger. Like, that's what
you can create.
You can
any path you want for yourself. I will also say, like, don't take school so seriously. Take your life more seriously. Like, school's gonna teach you one thing, and you can get a lot out of it learning. But like, listen to yourself. Like, what do you want to do? Like, try to like get to know yourself on a level to where you can kind of find out what you're good at, what you like doing, and like take your own life seriously. Not school. Like, use school to your advantage. Don't like make your whole life about it, because once you leave it, it's kind of like we're just all in the real world trying to figure shit out. Like, no one cares about your grade. It's like, can you just do this thing? Like, and you can probably do it if you have some skills in that thing.
Yeah,
well, maybe.
Something that
just try it.
A quote that I've really been reflecting on recently is, life comes from you, not at you. So it's
interesting.
Like, you really, a lot of people feel like, and when I talk to people, I get the vibe as well that they feel like they're just existing and then life is like happening to them, you know?
That's not a good way to look at it.
Yeah, it's not. You really kind of have to flip it on its head in a way, and it gives you more confidence and autonomy over like your decision making and the way that you're shaping your life, because every single one of us has the same 24 hours every single day. You wake up, you roll out of bed, and you can choose how you react to things. And that's really like the only the main thing that you have power over is your decision making throughout the day, the choices that you make throughout the day, and the mindset that you create for yourself
The
throughout
mood.
the day. The
Like,
mood.
It's like, this is like super cliche, I feel like, but like you manifest your own reality. And like the difference between being in a bad mood and a good mood is like actually just a choice of like
It really is.
yourself. And it's hard to make that choice sometimes.
Dude,
Like, it's
and-
really hard.
In roles that are super outward facing, talking to lots of people, whether it's sales or other roles, there's lots of roles where you have to interact with people all the time. Sometimes you don't feel like interacting with people. Sometimes you're
Yeah.
tired. You don't want to
Sure.
talk to anyone. You don't want to do anything. But when you actually do start talking to people and interacting with people and working hard on whatever it is you have to do that day, there's momentum that starts to build.
You also owe it to yourself to like have a good day and like do
Yeah.
those things. Like maybe you don't want to talk today, but maybe that conversation
Puts
like,
you in a
it's-
better mood.
it's
Or-
meaningful. Like
Yeah.
it has some real power to
Yeah.
it. It's like stop skipping out on living each day. Like you have finite amount of time on the earth. You could die tomorrow. Not to make it morbid and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
scary, but like use your time wisely. Don't spend your time like in self-pity or just feeling bad. Just try to realize like you're in control. If you want to have like a happy attitude, you have to cultivate it yourself. Like life's not going to make you have a happy attitude. You're going to make it have a happy You're the one who's going to change your life. Like it's not going to change. Things will change around you, but like your life will be changed by only you. Like I think
100%.
in general, like you think your life is a product of like everything but you, but
Just remember
it's
that
the reverse.
you have a lot of control over your decision making throughout the day, and the decisions that
full
you
control.
yeah full control, and the decisions that you make each day are going to compound and they're going to shape your life. Like I maybe didn't feel like filming a podcast episode because I'm super tired and I have had a long day and I went for a walk in the sun and I'm all sweaty and tired and whatnot.
Yeah, we
But
probably-
Henry was talking to me about this, and he's like, dude, once we start talking and once we, just get some momentum going, you're going to feel better. And now I feel better. And, like, it's stuff like that where you don't know how you're going to feel, after you do something, but you know that it's a hard thing
to start
doing. And
Yeah.
just because you know that it's a hard thing, that's almost enough to know that, like, after you get done doing it, you're gonna feel better, more accomplished afterwards. Does that
Honestly,
make sense?
That's a good way to put it. If you seeked out,
You gotta see. This comes back to
I
seeking
know,
out
bro.
this-
It's just we're like beating a fucking dead horse.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if you see something and you're like, I don't easily it's just kind of hard. Just do that thing, and
Yeah.
like your day will be better
For sure.
in general.
Okay, let's end this episode on a
Yeah, before we
tight little topic.
Before we end, I feel like we're all over the place today.
Yeah, very all over the
Yeah,
place today.
sorry
We
about
understand that.
We
Taylor
kinda-
Swift.
We had like a crazy couple weeks, so we're getting refocused. Kind of, this is like a check-in episode, but I'm really curious to hear from you guys. Anybody, probably no one's gonna respond, but if anyone has like something they want to see or someone they want to talk to, or if you want to join us and talk about something, nothing's like off the board. We can talk about whatever
Also,
we want.
if you're watching this and you have a friend that you think is cool, or you think that you're cool and you would want to be on the podcast and talk about whatever you want to talk about, it doesn't have to be business, but
Any topic.
yeah, really any topic. We're really trying to figure out what we enjoy most talking about and compounding that and running with that. And right now I feel like it's entrepreneurship, but it could develop into something else.
I mean, we like talking about everything.
Pretty much
Like,
everything.
The last couple episodes were kind of focused on that, but I feel like we could dive deep into any real subject. And just piggybacking on what Lucas just said, if you know someone who's like trying to start something, or like in the beginning they're an artist, like musician, just someone who wants to like share their story or their message, let us know, because like that's kind of what we want to do. We want to hear cool stories, unique
Yep.
lifestyles, just different things, and kind of like we want to bring like our people together, kind of like
Yeah.
we want to relate to you and like connect with you guys.
Yeah. And hopefully this shows you a more just like relatable, chill side of the podcast. And you know, we're just like you, going through our lives, working our jobs,
Yeah.
living
Trying
in
to figure
California,
it out.
trying to survive in California.
It's tough out here
It's
sometimes.
tough out here sometimes,
Not for
but-
us, but it can be.
Yeah, but remember to believe in yourself, have a wonderful rest of your day, and talk to a stranger as well.
Yeah, talk to a stranger. Take a walk.
Take a walk.
Inside the Box, episode 8.
Peace.